This is your 2020 Toyota CHR. Stands for Compact High Rider. It's a little subcompact SUV crossover. Carryover model from last year. Mostly there's a little bit of redesign up front. So just a better looking front end to me. It's got that honeycomb grille down to the bottom. Perks, quirks, and irks. I love the turn signal. If you've watched any of my videos, it's all about being seen, and it's LED. And look at how far it goes. I'm just going to stand back. I get pretty much covers the front quarter. And to me, that's great. It's got LED headlamps. They are adaptive and directional, so full marks there to Toyota for doing that. This is the top limited trim, by the way. And you also get your LED fog lights. A bit of a quirk, when the hood opens, you can see it's not just a straight line. It actually dips down. It kind of has a bit of an arrow shape to it. Very soft, curved arrow, well, but still. I like the front end. This year's color, which is new, it's lava plus the black roof, so I think it's a nice contrast. Looks really sharp. And if you're just trying to jump into the car market, I would probably go for this color. Just for me, it stands out. Styling, you love it or you don't. I don't think there's much middle ground. I wasn't a big fan when it came out a couple of years ago, but it's growing on me, and I just think it's a really unique shape and stands out, so full marks there. Rims are okay. Classic 5-spoke for me, but you know, I can't get everything I want. And you get turn signal markers in the side mirrors. Now, interesting, they'll do a cutaway to it. Mirrors fold in, which is great, but it shows the letters CHR. I know obviously it's not here, but you'll see it in the cutaway now. But that's a really cool move for a car under $30,000 to have that. Another perk is the door handle to the rear door. It's not here like traditional vehicles. And the thing I like the most is it follows the color pattern. So it's orange on the bottom and black on the top. So really sharp there. A very massive spoiler that you can actually put your hand through. So, you know, I like the styling of the CHR. I do. It's really cool now. Big curvy lines along the rear. You can see that right there. Not really a big fan of how the turn signal sticks out so much. It's a little bulky, but it kind of goes with the rest of the look. And there's a look at your rear. You got your tailpipe on the right side for the passenger side. Let's take a quick dip into the trunk and take a look. Target figures are on the screen. Cover can come off if you've got taller items to store, and yes, the seats go down, and you get a spare tire instead of a tire fill kit. Last thing, almost every other car I've seen, you kind of reach in this way and the grab handle is in here, but with Toyota, they want you to use your right hand and you reach underneath and in. Taking a look inside with these cool two-tone handles on the CHR for this specific color. Pretty basic back seat, bit of an irk. This has not come down, so there is no armrest, but you do get your cup holders on the actual door, so pretty good move there. No climate controls, no USB ports back here. There is only one in this entire vehicle, and if they're going for the younger market, they should know that the younger market is pretty well connected, pardon the pun. There should be at least two. All right, going on the inside of the door panel, it's textured. I'm not sure if you can take a listen, but kind of a cool move there. Hard touch, soft touch, so it's a bit of a blend, and you get a cool speaker cover design there, and it also mirrors it down there. So kind of cool moves by Toyota as far as keeping it, as I say, a funky vehicle design-wise. It's cold. It's 7 degrees, as you can see, so the car is on. Heat's going. Pretty basic stuff here. Again, carryover model. Nice analog dials on the outside. Small 4.2 digital on the inside. Gets you everything you need. Here's an irk. I really don't like this. To change the drive modes, you have to go all the way to settings on the far right and then go down to the drive mode and then press OK, and then you pick your drive mode. So I think it's a miss. I would have rather had the drive mode anywhere here or somewhere on the steering wheel. Like, I think the trip computer reset should have been just that little thing you push in and twist. I would have much rather had that as opposed to having to fish through the dashboard display to get there. So a bit of a miss there for me. Another miss is the heated steering wheel. So there's the button. I don't mind that it's out of the way. The top arc does not get heated. And this bottom here between the stitching does not get heated. So it's cool that it gets heated from here. Let me back up a little bit from here to here. But what nullifies it is it's plastic here, and that doesn't get heated at all. Yes, I know we should all drive at 9 and 3, but not everybody does. It's a bit of a miss there. I don't like that. I get it, that's a cool little design perk, but give me function as opposed to something that's cool looking. All right, let's take a look at the infotainment system. Typical Toyota, nice, easy to understand, easy to use, easy to fish through as far as pulling information goes out of it. Sorry, it wasn't the home screen. Let's go to menu and give you a quick look at that. So you have your apps, your phone, info setup. Let's take a quick spin in the setup so you can go for your theme setting. And there's a few different color options there as well. So I don't know, let's flip it to, let's go, I don't know, that. So it changes it, and bit of customization, well done. Thank you for the physical volume knob and the 2-inch scroll. So it's still modern, but a little traditional. Got your vents, got your HVAC system here. Hard plastic, piano black plastic, so it catches fingerprints, but whatever. You should only be touching these, but hopefully your finger doesn't slip for that. Heated seats, heated windshield, all your key things here. And it's kind of cool because this shape, little diamond-y shape mirrors this and that as well. And as well, I'm going to quickly dip up to the roof, and there's that diamond pattern again. No, there is no sunroof option, so I think that's a miss to at least give people the option for it. And finally, you have another diamond pattern. If you haven't noticed, it is an ongoing theme in the CHR. All right, so that's the infotainment, that's the HVAC. I've always liked this with the new Toyotas. I would not just like a straight thing up and down or left to right. It's angled like a diamond. Sorry, I just had to say it like that. All right, let's take a look in the storage compartment. It's a little dark. Let's see if we can get that a little brighter for you. There we go. So my sunglasses fit perfectly in here. I don't know what else could fit in here. To show you depth, that's pretty much how much space you have. There's your one and only and lonely USB port. Maybe get a splitter if you've got a couple people in the car. One big cup holder here, and need that for later because winter is coming. Standard stuff, gear shifter, you got your manual mode there. Parking brake and some controls and a blank here. There's a reason I kept the water bottle in here, because it's one of those refillable ones, and there's actually an insert you can take out. Again, more of the diamond-esque pattern. So you take that out, you want to just have that go a little further in. This is a little too big of a water bottle, but if you had a smaller drink, you can see the 3 little pegs, and that's how fixing on the fly. That's how you get a bigger bottle in there. A taller bottle, sorry. I got your glove box, lots of space in here, fairly deep and useful. So, good job there, Toyota, for the CHR. All right, that's going to wrap it up. Let's get this thing out on the road. To the drive in the 2020 Toyota CHR. Every CHR trim for 2020 and 2021 for that matter gets the same engine, and it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine giving you 144 horsepower and 139 pound-feet of torque. All of it's run through Toyota's CVT. As far as power, pickup, and acceleration goes, it's got figures that are on the higher side in comparison to some of its competitors. It's not fast or brisk by any means, but this class of vehicle isn't meant to be. It's just meant to be able to get you to and from with just enough power, maybe a little more than you need. But getting on the highway is no issue. Getting out of potential collision situations is also no issue here. So it's a nice small footprint vehicle that's got adequate power, and that's really all you need for this type, style, and class of vehicle. As far as cornering, handling, and actual road manners and noise, vibration, harshness, it does pretty well. It's not lightning quick, but there's power when you need it, and you got to sadly dig through the digital dashboard to flip drive modes between Eco, Normal, and Sport. Again, it's one of my few gripes about the CHR. I want the drive modes to be just a 3-touch button, Normal, Eco, Sport, on the steering wheel or just behind the gear shift, somewhere that I don't have to dig in for it. Cornering handling's okay. It's a bit of a higher vehicle, hence in the name, compact high rider. But it's still fine. Don't go whipping and ripping around turns, but for everyday daily driving, it's fine. Whether you're doing an on-ramp to the highway or you're up in the back roads with some twists and turns, you're okay. There's no feeling of loss of control or tipping. It's still a subcompact crossover. There's good visibility out of the windshield and your side windows, but when it comes to doing your shoulder check, it's got some blind spots in the rear doors just because they're higher up and the door sills kind of just swoop up like that. So Use your mirrors, all three of them, always know what's around you. Let's jump into fuel consumption. So in liters per 100 kilometers, it's 8.7 on the city streets. It's 7.5 on the highway, and your blended total comes out to 8.2. Not too bad. You can probably bring those numbers down if you're a bit of a predictable driver and you don't go running and gunning to each separate light. Just, look what's ahead of you, and you can save some money on fuel that way. Safety side, Toyota wins again. So many standard safety features as part of their Toyota Safety Sense. On the upper trims, the blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert comes standard. I believe it is not there on the entry-level trim, but it is on the second trim and the limited, which is what I'm in right now. Regarding range, I picked up the CHR with the full tank of gas. I have 21 kilometers left in the tank. Gas light just went on, which is a bit of an irk. It went on when there were 29 kilometers left, and maybe you're not close to a gas station, so I'd have liked to have Toyota show me the gas light at 50 kilometers, 60 kilometers, and you've got to go to a certain screen to see how much range you have left. I've done 505.6 kilometers, so I purposely didn't fill up yet, just to give you an idea of the range you can get. So let's change that 21 kilometers left to 10, just to be safe. So you get about 515, at least that's what I got. Now, I just drove by myself for the week. I didn't have anyone in the car, I didn't have any cargo in the vehicle. So, like the fuel consumption, that number will fluctuate. Again, depending on driving style, if you're using the HVAC system, power to weight, and. But I think you can comfortably get, I'd say, around 500 clicks to a tank on average, but that's just me. Don't hold me to that. That's what I think I would get. Overall, the CHR, it's a great little car. It's got funky styling. It definitely stands out. And Toyota's slowly but surely moving to more creative design. And I remember the Toyotas of the 90s, 2000s, and even early 2010s, it was very bland, but you knew that the Toyota would last you for way longer than anyone thought they would. So I'm happy to see them blending a little bit of style into the longevity and functionality of it. One of the first reviews I did was on the 2018 CHR when it came out, and that was 3 years ago, and I'd like to think I've progressed quite a bit, but if you want to go look at that, it's on the YouTube page somewhere, buried deep in the catacombs of my archive videos. But I like the styling. It stands out. It's got plenty of functionality. Yes, I know it's only got one USB port. A splitter will fix that. No sunroof. That's a personal preference. I know it adds weight, so your fuel consumption will probably be a little higher. But overall, everything's where it needs to be. Touchscreen, easy to use. HVAC is right here. Get a couple of cup holders. Maybe drop in wireless charging somewhere for 2022, seeing as the 2021s are already out. But aside from that, the CHR is a pretty well-rounded vehicle. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate the support. Be well, be healthy, be safe, and I'll be back sooner than later with my next review.